Tensions are rising across several South African communities as civil society organizations intensify calls for stronger action against undocumented foreigners, citing growing concerns about strain on public services and community safety. Today's headline is about the urgent demand from civic groups for the government to take decisive steps to address the impact of undocumented foreigners on local communities, including clinics, schools, and security. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a video and picture news about civil society organizations demanding stronger action against undocumented foreigners. Make sure you watch till the end to see the sources and verify this news yourself because these developments are causing debate and concern nationwide. Over the past weeks, multiple civil society groups have issued statements and held meetings urging government authorities to enforce immigration laws more strictly. They argue that undocumented foreigners are placing an unsustainable burden on public health facilities, schools, and other essential services, which are already stretched thin. These organizations say that without stronger enforcement, communities will continue to experience service delays, overcrowding, and heightened tensions. Officials from these civil society organizations have emphasized that their calls are not aimed at inciting xenophobia, but rather at advocating for the protection and welfare of South African citizens who rely on these services daily. They argue that managing immigration effectively is crucial to ensuring that public resources are allocated fairly and efficiently. According to their reports, some hospitals and schools are seeing significant increases in demand, which affects the quality of services for everyone. The discussions and public statements have sparked widespread debate among South Africans. Many residents have voiced frustration on social media and at local forums, sharing personal experiences of overcrowded clinics, long school waiting lists, and community safety concerns. Others have stressed the importance of addressing these issues humanely, noting that undocumented foreigners also face challenging circumstances and often seek safety and work opportunities. Government officials have responded cautiously, acknowledging the concerns raised by civil society organizations while emphasizing the importance of balancing enforcement with human rights obligations. Immigration authorities have stated that operations to identify and regularize undocumented foreigners are ongoing and that there are mechanisms in place to handle violations of immigration law. They also stressed that collaboration with community groups is critical to ensure fairness and transparency in the process. Analysts suggest that the tension around undocumented foreigners is not only about numbers or resources but also about public perception and community cohesion. They note that where communication between government, civil society, and residents is clear and transparent, tensions are lower. However, without proper engagement, fears and misunderstandings can quickly escalate. This is particularly true in areas where public services are already under strain. Civil society groups have proposed several measures, including enhanced border security, more frequent inspections, and stricter enforcement of work permits. They also call for greater government support for communities heavily impacted by undocumented migration, such as additional funding for clinics and schools, improved infrastructure, and stronger community policing. The intention, they argue, is to protect both citizens and lawful residents while ensuring public services remain functional and accessible. Community reactions have been mixed. Some South Africans welcome the proactive approach, hoping that it will relieve pressure on public services and improve overall safety. Others caution that enforcement must be fair and just, warning against actions that could lead to discrimination or unnecessary hardship for vulnerable people. Social workers and advocacy groups have highlighted that education campaigns and support programs are just as important as enforcement to maintain community stability. Experts on immigration and social policy have emphasized that the situation requires a nuanced approach. While legal enforcement is essential, they stress that solutions must also include social support, community engagement, and practical measures to integrate newcomers safely and effectively. Ignoring the broader social context could worsen tensions and create unintended consequences. The media has been following the developments closely, reporting on protests, meetings, and public statements made by civil society organizations. Coverage has highlighted both the urgency of the demands and the need for measured, lawful responses. Citizens are encouraged to stay informed through verified news sources, as misinformation can easily spread in high-tension situations like this. In addition to highlighting service strain, civil society organizations have drawn attention to community safety concerns. They argue that undocumented individuals involved in illegal activities can exacerbate crime rates, making the enforcement of immigration laws a matter of public security. Authorities have confirmed that investigations into criminal activities are ongoing and that law enforcement agencies are coordinating with immigration officials to address these issues. Despite the seriousness of these developments, there have been moments of lightheartedness in community discussions. Residents and activists have used humor to cope with frustration, creating memes and banners that playfully address the tension while keeping the conversation constructive. This blend of seriousness and levity reflects the resilience of South Africans who navigate complex social challenges daily. The call for stronger action against undocumented foreigners is expected to remain a key issue in public debates and policy discussions over the coming months. Civil society organizations plan to continue advocacy campaigns, community meetings, and engagement with lawmakers to push for effective and humane solutions. Their goal is clear: balance enforcement with fairness, ensure public services are not overwhelmed, and maintain community cohesion. For viewers across South Africa and beyond, this issue highlights the importance of staying informed, engaging with local and national developments, and understanding the complexities of immigration and public service management. Civic participation, awareness, and thoughtful dialogue are essential to addressing challenges that affect communities directly. Thank you for watching today. If you found this update informative, subscribe to the channel for regular news and picture updates from South Africa and beyond. Staying informed helps you understand the issues that affect your community, and sometimes, a little humor helps too, like joking that even paperwork for immigration seems to take longer than a Monday morning traffic jam. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. Sources for today's news include local civil society reports, national immigration authorities, and community monitoring organizations.